Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You can put a crystal in here. Euroverite. Euroverite. Amazing crystal. Very, very amazing. Healing properties. Detoxifier. Fantastic. Put it inside the singing bowl. Nice and cleansed. And you'll feel the difference when you're using your stones. If you don't charge them occasionally or cleanse them, you end up with a stone that feels just like any other stone that you haven't really picked up any energy from or infused any energy into. Now, a wand, they said you can charge these. I haven't really looked into how, but sometimes I get downloads when I meditate, but mostly I really do try to look to the people who have the actual knowledge, and I'm not afraid to ask questions. I don't know everything. I'm learning every day. It's like probably most of the stuff I ever knew I forgot. Here's another cool thing. You want to light a candle, and then let's say you need to cleanse your tarot cards. You want to clear them out. You don't want any bad negative energy of anybody who might have been touching them or whatever. Or cleanse your room or yourself, your aura. Get yourself some sage. Get yourself your candle. And I put so much sage into this room the other day. This thing probably doesn't even want to light. Yep, I put it out. Because a lot of times, if there's no negativity in the area, it won't really smoke much. But if there, that's one way to know. If you try to light some sage, and then you light it, and it smokes like a friggin' smoke wagon, you know you got some bad jujus going on in there. There we go. There we go. Much more effective than just trying to light it with a match, one match. And do not, I would suggest, do not try to light sage with like a butane lighter or something like that. I used to have like feathers, like a feather, and you could just fan it like that. Might not look like it, but this candle is like burning right down, like almost to the nub. Let me see if I have. No feather. No, not so much. Wow, that moss. This moss used to be green, but that was years ago. Still gonna keep it around though. Yeah, it's giving off a faint bit. But then this is Palo Santo. It's just like sage in a way. It just cleanses the environment, objects, and things of that nature. And don't ever think that, like, no matter how good of a person you are, like, that bad low vibrational entities won't follow you around or like try to get in your game. So it doesn't hurt to every once in a while just cleanse the air, cleanse yourself. It smells good too. I like it anyway. But I'm not a demon. Yeah, so it's good. And then like I'll just put it right in the ashtray. Just let it do its thing. Yeah. So what I wanted to do is read a few things from when I was in the hospital years and years ago. I was in college and I ended up having like a bit of a biochemical issue. This one's called The Star. Staring up at the sky, I found a star. It stood like a sentinel, watching, waiting, celebrating its greatness. It stood like a statue in a sea of darkness. Nothing could take me down. The star brought smiles for those who wore frowns. My star was a portrait of self-respect and a sea of self-doubt. November 31st, 1993. This one's called The Call. Called The Call. Call, The Call! Sun provides light and warmth and splendor. Dark rivers cleanse us. Mountains provide the shade. The night is a cloak. The coming day gives us a new start. Rainbows paint the sky. The scent of nature cleanses me, possesses me. Enters my lungs like some unknown spirit. The scent is a reckoning, like a scream beckoning, calling me back to the earth. That was January 31st, 1993. These are some vocabulary words that I wrote down years ago. I used to ask my mom, she was a school teacher, and I used to ask her stuff when I was a kid. Like, oh, what's this, what's that? She'd be like, go look it up in the dictionary. So I did. I learned a lot of words by doing that. She wasn't messing around. So anyway, vindicate, to free from blame, found innocent. The man's job was to vindicate thieves. Defense attorney, I guess. Munificent. That means generous. Trepidation. Anxiety worn. The 16-year-old was in trepidation from his homework. You know, that's coming from the heart. I probably was too at that point back then. I was still in school. Accoutrements. Accoutrement. Accessories. The black car had many accoutrements. Oh, that was an easy one. Surreptitiously. Secretly. Staccato. Rapid burst like a machine gun. Staccato. Tech 9 has a staccato rhythm. Ribald. Off color. I guess like an off color joke. Get off my lawn. Vehemently, emphatically filled with emotion, the young man was vehemently opposed to missing his medication. I told you where I was when I wrote this. Hermetic. Like the hermetic deck that I have around here somewhere. Right under this deck right here. This is the hermetic deck from Aleister Crowley. Oh, I'm trying to show you them like as if you can see. This is the Chariot, I believe. It's associated with Cancer, the astrological sign of Cancer. It says the Lord of the Triumph of Light. It's got a crab down there. The Sphinx. Two Sphinx are looking at him. The giant wheels. The Chariot represents movement, travel, what else is it? Force, I believe, sometimes, like some force. It's a beautiful card. This deck is just so different than, I mean, I'm sure they have come up with some synths that are like freakier than this, but this is definitely like an old archaic. They weren't trying to put like frills and like, I don't know if they even had frills when they designed this, but as you can see, it's very esoteric. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Thrones of the Queen of the Thrones of Flame. And it looks like it's got fire and water signs up here that are the symbols, the hermetic symbols, alchemy. Yeah, it's got like a lion's head right there, like a Leo. Like everything in the picture represents something. You know, you got the water there to represent. It's got all these symbols. It's got Gemini and then Aries twice over here. You can see that. So cool. Yeah, so that's my hermetic deck. Get over here. It's from the Golden Dawn. That's the organization that Aleister Crowley belonged to, and they put that deck out. I believe those were his designs, though, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look again. So, yeah, there's more vocabulary words, but it's not like you have never opened up a dictionary. Damn, Gina. I got like 4 more pages. It's like giving myself homework or something. This one here, this is one of my old poems. It's called The Wind. Slippery, sneaky, a wet ghost, slipping through your fingers, sipping cool drinks of water from streams, lakes and pools. Who will race me? Only fools. Yes, only fools chase the wind. That was written by me, March 25th, 1993. Baboon, they call me. A golden crown I wear, dignity. My robes are soft and elegant, coating me, warming me in the sun's rays. I wander, the troop and I are one. The troop. All the days, walking, climbing, scooting, conflict. A new arrival, scraggly thing, needs to be taught who's king. Hackles raised, my teeth longer than fingers, bared, ready, snap. I guess I taught him a lesson. Changing, soft, away with the teeth. Must care for the children who are waiting in the cool green leaves. 3/25, 1993. This one's called Rainbow Diablo. Look at me, a man grown from a sapling to a tree, outside stiff and strong like a rhino, insides flash and fury like a dynamo, casting spells, blessings, taken with the earth, the inner struggle, my rebirth. I grow wings, watch them stretch, the span of a dragon. Picture me pulling a wagon, Fill it with stones. It's heavy. Never fear. I always persevere. The sun behind the clouds is always there. Another one on 3/25/1993. I was on a spree. I got a lot of mercury in my chart, man. My brain never stops working. I've made like 5 videos today. Of what? Me just talking shit and showing you my trinkets. Well, hey, got a lot of guts. This one's called The Watcher from the Deep. A spiked eye, cries of doom, cringes forward in the everlasting gloom. He wears a magician's cap, the wild one, he'll set the trap. His gang outnumbers mine, but I won't submit to his crime. The crime of ignorance, the everlasting crime of our lifetime. Another one on 3/25/1993. Man, I could go on and on. I got a lot of poems in here. I got a lot of poems in here. You know what I'm saying? So that might be it. This is a picture of Stanley Park, right across from my old alma mater, Westfield State College. Underneath that is a picture of the girl that I was seeing back then. I loved her with all my heart. Very complicated situation. It's always good to write in a journal. I've had this journal since, looks like January of '93. It's a little beat up, but you know what? It's got stuff in here I never want to forget. Now I've got some other stuff hanging around, but I think I'll probably share that with you later. But one thing I probably will show you, I'm starting to work on this book. I used to read a lot at work when I used to work overnights, but I haven't been at work because of my accident since January, and I'm not going back. I have a lot of plenty time over here to read, and I have been reading some stuff, but not as avidly as I did back then. But this is a book I don't think I really would have been able to get in behind the wall. So I would have to home read it. But it's called Submerged Atlantis Restored. It is a thick tome. It's got over 800 pages, like 805 pages, which isn't bad. I've read books that are twice as long, but it's very archaic, and like the stuff in here is like blow your mind. Very, very esoteric book. Let me see. I'm not even gonna read it because I don't think you're supposed to. This is like a sacred book, and it's not really, I don't want to be like sounding like some kind of a prick, but it's really not for the uninitiated. It's not for people who don't have the right frame of mind or devotion. Just all it really takes is just believing in the Most High, the creator of the universe, understanding that we're all one, we're connected. Understand that, you know, anybody who's on this planet has a mission. You got to find yourself and figure out what that is, and talk to your spirit guides, your ancestors, the source. It's what they always say, like you got to pray in the Bible and this and that. There's all sorts of formal Orthodox religions that have a certain way of saying the same thing that I'm saying right now, which is you have to be in contact with the Creator in order to have a fruitful life and fulfill your mission, you know. And your mission could basically come right down to being good to people, everybody you meet, trying to take care of your neighbor, making sure that, you know, they got enough food to eat. If they're starving, if they come to you and they're like, oh, my wife left for me, and you talk to them and you welcome them in your home, you do what you can for them, that's good love, you know, that's positive energy. And like, we all know what negative energy looks like in this world. We're like inundated with it. So many people out there today working circuits and trying to, oh my lord, almost knocked over my selenite wand. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are trying to take advantage of one another and not do the right thing, not live by the golden rule. It's simple. That's a very simple one. Some people have a more complicated mission, but they know what that is once they get in contact with the divine spirit, the creator of all things. You hand your life over to him, and I say him, see, because I'm a brainwashed Orthodox refugee. I was. But the Most High doesn't have a gender, a sex, like male, female. There's a long story behind that. Someday I'll get into it. But yeah, this is a great book, and you know, you don't want to be one of those people that goes through their life empty-headed, empty with nothing in their heart, just living this life just to be a meathead. You know what I mean? No real purpose, no aim. Don't care about people. I don't even like it. Turns my stomach just to say it. Okay? Turns my stomach. There's plenty of them out there, but you know what? I'm here to make a difference, and I'm not putting them down. Whatever. Maybe that's their job. Is just to get in everybody else's way, make it a little more challenging. You never know. You never know. But anyway, I'm ranting, raving, bucking like a bronco. I'm out here to tell you, I think anybody who watches these videos and gets a kick out of them or enjoys them, like, share, and subscribe. That's the first time I ever said that. Have a good one.